Ara maira kia tātou ma te kārangaranga te motu e mauria maira nā pari kawa kawa te poe. Ko te mātauranga te matapi o te rangi whakaeke maira nā kākau o te whānau e. Whakaeke maira koutou te paritu mātauranga whakaewa i te rangi kōrero e. Haere maira, ko te kunina ki purehuro tēnei whakatau atu nei. Au e, haere maira, whakatau maira.
A tēnā koutou katoa he mihi, tino mahana. Very warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing as we start our proceedings today with the University Waiata, Te Kuninga ki Puri Huroa. Please be seated. A tēnei te mihi atu, ki te iti, ki te rahi, te katoa, a kua rau i ka mai, nei i tēnei rangi nui, whakaharara. Nā mihi ki a rātou, kua nāro i te tirohanga kānohi, haere, koutou haere o ti atu. Kia tātou te kānohi ora e hui nei, i raro i te maru o Ruahine, mō Tararua Maunga, tēnā koutou. A ki te mana whenua, rangatāne ki Manawatū, he mahiki a koutou katoa. Nō reira, e hoa mā, tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou katoa. Vice-Chancellor, Massey University Council, members of the university community, members of the Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduates, and families, warm greetings to you all. My name is Michael Ahi. I am Chancellor of the Massey University Council, which means I chair the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance, as well as having the very great pleasure in presiding over graduation ceremonies and conferring qualifications to the successful students of Massey University. Firstly, my thanks to all involved in putting this ceremony together. Graduation is always a very special event for the university, and I again extend a very warm welcome to you all to this autumn graduation for 2021, the third of 5 ceremonies here in the Manawatū. For nearly 100 years, Massey has been part of the fabric of New Zealand's economy and culture. And for our graduates, it continues to be a launchpad for the world. At Massey, we strive to solve the real-world problems that stand to make a difference in people's lives. And through the combined efforts of our wonderful research and teaching, new solutions and discoveries are made to address the challenges that face us all. Graduates of our university complete their chosen course of study with more than knowledge. They leave with the capability and confidence to change the world around them, to establish new pathways, lead the way, and make life better for those around them. We are immensely proud of the entrepreneurial spirit of our graduates. And this week, Massey is awarding a total of 1,217 students, and at this ceremony, we'll be proudly conferring and diplomas being awarded to those in the College of Sciences, a total of 274 in person, plus a further 15 in absentia. A number of handshakes for me today. Graduations are festive occasions and one of the biggest celebrations of academic success. And while today is about you, graduates, it is also about your family and your friends who have encouraged and supported you, and they are here to acknowledge your success. So to those of you in the audience, when your loved one takes to the stage, please don't hold back. Be exuberant, be loud. Their few seconds on stage mean all the more for you being here, so please don't be afraid to contribute to their experience. Graduates, by the end of today, you will be part of a Massey alumni family more than 150,000 people strong around the world. As Chancellor, I welcome you to this new whānau and hope that through the many connections it offers, your careers will be supported and your lives will be enhanced. And I say this to you because your university cares about you. You are each part of the Massey University legacy, part of a story now written, and part of the chapters yet to come. The voice of you, our tauira, our students, is a key part of the narrative of our university. It is important that we listen to you and chart our future direction together. Ladies and gentlemen, university education changes lives. The lives you stand to lead, having achieved the qualifications you are receiving today, will be transformed as a result of the commitments you have shown to earn them. Graduates, before you cross the stage, I wish you congratulations once more. Continue to work hard. Take all the opportunities that life gives you. I know that you will continue to aim high and succeed in whatever you choose to accomplish in your life. Do us proud. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, tēnā hui, mai tātou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Michael Ahi, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. Dr. James Milner, Academic Dean for the School of Agriculture and Environment, and Associate Professor Jenny Weston, Academic Dean for the School of Veterinary Sciences, will call the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Sciences. Professor Ray Gore, Pro Vice Chancellor, College of Sciences, will hand out the parchments.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Agri-Commerce the graduates I'm about to name. Samantha Amundsen McGregor. Jeffrey Ross Berntsson. Luke John Bird. Ben Lewis Bromley. Madison May Carrick. Liam Richard Cunningham. Jonathan Daniel Dwyer. Gabrielle Honor Evans. Daniel Joseph Evans. Shanae Helena Fox. Joshua Dawson Gray. Gwilym McMichael Clyde Hamilton. Hugh Alistair Hawkey. Keenan Hame Kaiwai. Yeah, that was the one. Oh, okay. Sorry, Ella Perlinda Hayworth. Matthew Luke Lancaster. Matthew Wayne Little. Brooke Rosa Madison. Richard Shannon Martin. Ira Ivan Martinak. Sarah Jane McCallum. Hamish Murray Mead. Finbar Jeremiah Moriarty. Matthew John O'Connell. Dominic William Oliver. Maggie Alexandra Powell. Olivia Therese Power. William George Robertson, Massey Scholar. Matthew Xavier Sebastian. Bridget Anna Smith. Monique Marie Smith. Alistair Wayne Thurston. Alexandra Jane Tompkins, Massey Scholar. Sophie K. Twigley. Mackenzie Kate Walker. Charlotte Danielle Wallace. Robert Hugh Wallace. Harrison Trent Ward. Michael Anthony Webb. Grace Louise White. Mackenzie Brian Wilcox. Zane Lucas Alexander Williams, Massey Scholar. Sarah Jane Christina Wilson. Linda Ann Wood. Sandra Grace Wright. Jeremy Hamish York. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Agri-Science the graduates I am about to name. Georgia Ray Adams. Tracy Johanna Adams. Kelsey Nicole Anstis. Ellie Rose Madison Ackroyd. Samara Jane Benchies. Julie Ann Victoria Bryden. Imogen Sorcha Bryan. Jasmine Mary Burgess. Stephanie Grace Cole. Daniel Raymond Cullen. Ebony Davison. Catherine Josephine Foreman. Emma Caroline Foss. Georgia Rose Henstock. Caitlin Jane Hodgson. Alexander Paul Hope. Bridget Holly Hogan. Zinran Huang. Tyler Renee Inverarity. Tomiko Joy Mayo. Adam James Maloney. Declan Vincent DePaul Reynolds. Jessica Claire Shahy. Luke David Spring. Molly Olivia Eleanor Steele. Yvonne Martina Van Baal, Massey Scholar. Lucas Vanderwerf. Oliver Louis Vincent. Therese Kathleen Farrell White. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Horticultural Science the graduands I am about to name. Jack Eugene Hosking. Kai Cern Teo. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Science the graduands I am about to name. Sarah Rose Adkin. Shanae Maria Isabella Baker. Sarah Christina Bassett. Abby May Baisley. Tessa Sophie Burney. Jennifer Mary Bingham. Taylor Pearl Booth. Michaela Ann Boshoff. Tegan Kelly Boyce Towler. Juliana Margaret Pantojo Bueno. Tyler Jean Chapman. Amelia Jane Copeland. Jasmine Lena Crichton. Cara J. Doggett. Ashley Nicole Greer. Jada Marie Joy. Natasha Kapoor. Meg Ella Spate Kinney. Alia Kendall Lee. Conrad Kahurangi Paul Lloyd Bird. Zoe May Nankiville McCann. Maisie Ella McCulloch. Elizabeth Jane Mitchell. Sean Andrew Moffat. Isabella Montano Ortega. Patricia Lissette Nelson. Nicole Mary Powell. Leah Rose Gill Saunders. Christopher James Smith. Danielle Marianne Tobin. Larissa Lee Vanna. Tessa Beverly Vincent. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in agribusiness the candidate I'm about to name, Jennifer Louise Payne, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in environmental management the candidates I am about to name. Surab Narasimha Simha. Kathika Ramesh. Akhil Sam Sun. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Agribusiness the graduates I am about to name. Louis Joseph Batley, with distinction. Sami Vinay Singh Yadav. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Environmental Management the graduates I am about to name. Hayden James Graham, with distinction. Rebecca Hilliard, with distinction. Georgia Rose Simmons, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Science the graduate I'm about to name. Anna Carolina Marshall, with distinction. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora mai tātou. It's now my pleasure to invite Professor David Heyman to address the graduands. Professor Heyman is co-director of the Molecular Epidemiology and Public Health Laboratory in the School of Veterinary Science here at Massey University. The lab is part of the World Organization for Animal Health, collaborating Centre for Veterinary Epidemiology and Public Health. David works on infectious diseases that cause devastating human illnesses such as Ebola, COVID-19 and rabies that are highly contagious or cause serious ecological problems. He has degrees from Edinburgh, Kent and Cambridge Universities in the UK. He has received notable fellowships, contracts and grants, including from the Royal Society Te Aparangi, and is a current Rutherford Discovery Fellow. He is a member of numerous specialist groups and has worked with the US National Academy of Sciences, the World Health Organization, the World Organization for Animal Health, the Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services, and other major international agencies, including most recently on the emergence of COVID-19. It's my very great pleasure. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Professor David Heyman.
Tēnā koutou. Last time I was here, I was watching Bill Bailey, and I can't offer anything so exciting. But congratulations to everyone who has graduated today or is graduating. For some of you, getting through university will have been easy, it'll have been fun, and it will have been expected. For others, there will be many more challenges. But you should all feel like you have achieved something significant being here today. I'm used to speaking about my science and about what I do on a day-to-day basis, but I wondered actually why I was asked to talk to you today and what I could possibly say. I attended my own undergraduate ceremony, but not my master's and PhD. And actually, I dislike ceremony. I tried to keep casual. But I asked myself, so what would I like to listen to? My answer was initially not me, not this. But I do like to listen to people, and I like to hear their views. And so here are some of mine. So as scientists, and I'll call you all collectively as scientists who have graduated today, you have skills that will help you deal with some of the most pressing issues of our current time and the future. So the biodiversity and extinction crisis, public health issues, feeding the world's now enormous population, ideally without harming the world any further, climate change and social injustice. And you might think, well, I've just graduated and I've done it during a pandemic, and now he wants me to solve some of these other world issues. And the answer actually is yes. But you're not expected to do that alone. In case it has escaped your notice, New Zealand actually punches well above its weight in terms of impact, and some simple lists include women's and men's rugby. It includes sailing. I think today the men's one-day international team became first in cricket. It could be sailing, world-leading farming, resurrecting nearly extinct birds, perhaps because of maybe too much world-leading farming at times, and dealing with a pandemic. And we're in a luxury position to be here today, sitting next to each other without masks or having to have space, or even this ceremony going ahead. But this all takes teams. And actually, of course, teams are made of individuals. They're made of individuals like you, like me, like the person sitting next to you. But we still face huge issues, and for example, social inequality or environmental issues. So what words of wisdom can I offer you now going into the future? Sat in a similar position, I would personally never have imagined that I would not just leave university, but then go back once and then twice, and even worse still, end up working in one. So I would encourage you to embrace and accept change. I thought I would be out there, actually, when I graduated, getting on with it, doing stuff and having impact. I graduated as a vet and intended on doing a lot of wildlife conservation. But I had a real interest in human health and public health and well, and now what I can do is I can knit those two together and have what I believe is an impact in both. But I suppose how did I get there also shows some evidence of change and change in thought, because my own story starts as a child in relatively poor circumstances, in a white, conservative, small part of a small village in southeast England. And it amused me because my dad was a labourer on the farm, where the actual owner himself lived in a caravan with an outside toilet. And we lived in a prefabricated concrete house. And my grandma died on a very poor housing estate. My father, I'm the first who went to university. My father left school at 16, mother at 18, and she was married by 19. But I had a very different teenage experience, and that is because my mother put a lot of effort and thought and money, all their money really, into my education, and I ended up at a rich private secondary school, did all those things, and ended up at Cambridge doing a PhD. But over the years, my work has also changed and taken me to explore the world, and I've worked with indigenous communities. Actually, ironically, less so here, but I hope to do more. But in Uganda, the Peruvian Amazon, I've worked with Ebola virus, chimpanzees and gorillas in Africa, worked with the White House, the UN and WHO on the origins of COVID. And this is all from a boy from a small village in southeast England. But I tell you that because I want to say some of the things that I've learned about those experiences. And it's particularly from working at those high levels of global governance. And really, that's that people are people. We are the problems, but we're also the solutions to the problems. Behind the pomp and ceremony and the politics, most, but not all, most have similar drivers. I've learned that because someone is perhaps older, standing in front of you in a gown with a beard, like perhaps me here today, doesn't mean that I deserve any more respect than anyone else. And in fact, the knowledge of, let's say, a villager who's illiterate in some parts of the world can be just as great as those who have equal power, who have great power, but the subject is different. But it's also clear to me that power can be corrupting and distorting, and I'm mindful of those who have it, and I'm suspicious of those who desire it. If you find yourselves in positions where you have power, and many of you graduating today will, I would say recognize it and be mindful of and push back against some of the distortion that comes with it. Which brings me to change again. Don't define yourselves by where you started from. And don't define yourselves by your degree. I don't think that's healthy. I think it's limiting. I never actually saw myself as a vet. I saw myself as a person with a veterinary degree. And don't feel trapped by that vocation. I think this is healthier, but I only realize that in retrospect. And in fact, science itself is about accepting that we don't know everything. We have to accept that our ideas must change with new knowledge. Yes, we need to be confident, but we cannot be overconfident. And you must do that too. Be confident in what you know and what you can do, but not overconfident. For example, SARS or COVID was and remains a devastating disease. But SARS coronavirus 2 is not SARS coronavirus. SARS coronavirus 2 is more transmissible than SARS coronavirus. There is asymptomatic infection, and these make it much harder to control. Our assumptions at the beginning of the pandemic were wrong. So there is so much that we don't know. Today, we also probably have enough scientific knowledge to live better, environmentally sustainable, and more just lives. So we also need to ask, why are we not doing that? And that's where, even though we're in science disciplines, we need to embrace and engage with the social scientists to understand those reasons. We need arts, of course, to help to communicate and to challenge us, and, of course, for enjoyment. Remember, life is not all about work. If you can, make time to watch Bill Bailey, sing, dance, draw, whatever it is that brings you enjoyment. Make that time for yourselves to relax. But also remember lockdown. If you think of the coronavirus lockdown, that shone a light on people whose jobs were actually essential to society. And it was not the people making the millions from investment banking. It was the cleaners, the nurses, the shop assistants stacking food on shelves, farmers, yes, doctors, and some scientists. And we need to learn from these experiences to make sure that we value everyone, able, disabled, advantaged, disadvantaged. Indeed, I've fostered children in New Zealand, over 40 children since being in New Zealand, and some people are hugely disadvantaged, but they have great potential, and we need to make sure that people can fulfill their potential. Which brings me to success. So if you win gold, if you want to win gold, but you win silver, is that a failure? And to almost everyone, silver is a success. As I said, being here today is a huge achievement, but what is success? And I started this talk with some relatively challenging goals about solving major world issues. But some days, success for all of us or any of you will simply be getting up. It'll be perhaps not having an alcoholic drink. It will be making sure that your child is safe or that you are safe. And those are successes. Success is internal, and it's what you set yourself. So learn to be kind to yourselves. And lastly, I thought I'd give this a special mention, men like me, cisgendered men specifically. We have a particular need to listen to the women in our society, non-binary people. In my experience, and by almost every statistic on earth, they are generally wiser, more caring, and less willing to do harm. So my best mates are men, but my role models are women. So that's all I have to say. You all have hugely exciting futures ahead of you, whether you travel far like me or whether you stay home. Enjoy today. Be proud of what you have achieved here, and good luck with what lies ahead. Kia ora.
Tēnā koe, Professor Heyman. Thank you for your very wise words. There are some beautiful kōrero there for our graduates. Thank you once again, David. We will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of university diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Veterinary Science the graduands I am about to name. Angelica Gracel Aberia. Eckhard Arbery. Genevieve Laurie Ackroyd. Amy Elizabeth Alexander with distinction. Rachel Cicely Anderson. Lana Soyoon Back. Anne Florence Baggery. Emily Jane Ball with distinction, Massey Scholar. Alice Mary Barnett. Demi Alice Barr. Georgia Anna Beasley. Niall Francis Bell with distinction. Sinead Amy Benson with distinction, Massey Scholar. Caitlin Rhiannon Bonges with distinction, Massey Scholar. Nina Dominique Boss. Salome Bredenkamp. Amy Shannon Brown. Hannah Jane Burrows with distinction, Massey Scholar. Emma Yufei Chen with distinction, Massey Scholar. Laura Caulfield, Massey Scholar. Imogen Kate Crichton-Syme. Benjamin James Fairbrother. Vinnie Jack Farigo. Anna Catherine Florence Forbes. Laura Nicole Foy. Samuel Connor Frost. Carrie Louise Finn. Laura Grace Gardine. Kerry Dominique Giles. Frank Caitlin Lee Gold, Massey Scholar. Andre Carl Grafis. Isabel Grace Hammond. Elise Beth Hansen. Kate Hannah Harrison. Thomas William Harsent. Megan Lisa Duffel Hassel. Emma Jade Heffernan with distinction, Massey Scholar. Danielle Ashley Herman. Albert John Hobson. Ellen Marie Hodder. Tia Janae Holyoke. Gina Hong. Stephanie Catherine Parr. Irene Yining Huang. Tammy Eugene Hung. Becky Lee Hercombe. Ria Sandeep Jagvanay. Ailey Elizabeth Jones with distinction, Massey Scholar. Grace Laurel Kemper with distinction, Massey Scholar. Jordan Richard Ching Seek Ko. Ella Louise Kiley. Ella Rose King. Taylor Marie Kingsbury. Jaron Castana. Anna Maria Knipple. Neha Abhay Kolhay. Bit Sam Koo with distinction, Massey Scholar. Annika Leader. Catherine Leung. Rosemary Amelia Longett Higgins with distinction, Massey Scholar. Mitchell John Lowe. Madison Rose Lowen. Celine Suing Lai. Doris Ma with distinction, Massey Scholar. Lewis William Ronald McKinnon. Elsha Elizabeth Marnovek. Georgina Ann Martin. Elise Helene Mazanier. Alicia Caitlin Meehan. Alice Kate Neville Smith. Swan Fong Nam Nguyen. Michaela Hannah Nipper. Georgia Rose Patterson. Samantha Carla Perko. Kate Laura Jean Phillips. Serena Heyman Poon. Nicholas James Portis. Gemma Marie Fielder Pryor. Nancy Chien. Anna Radisha, with distinction, Massey Scholar. Netta Rose Roussel. Bailey Joy Rutter. Sajeev Sritharan. Anna Philippa Schroeder. Nicola Emma Simmons. Anna Marie Siohani Royal. Holly Margaret Smith. John Andrew Spearpoint, with distinction, Massey Scholar. Faith Heather Stevenson. Katrina Hoylam Tang. Jane Ritchie Thompson, Massey Scholar. Matthew Higgins Tomasini. Miranda Xingye Tong, with distinction. Tia Marie Sharon Yvonne Tuhakaraina. Mariska Vanderkolf. James Harlow Vincent. Natasha Kunigunda Vivian. Jessica Rebecca Vokes. Alexander Timothy Walker with distinction. Chantel Joy Walbridge. Michael Andrew Wickham. Kaylee Michelle Willoughby. Sophie Saru Shu. Maryam Sarah Yusuf. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Veterinary Technology the graduands I am about to name. Kokaila Beige Shirley Lee Adja. Paris Bridget Agata. Vivian Chantal Alice. Nicole Bold. Maria Elizabeth Butler. Summer Lynette Douglas. Cheyenne Tamara Fahey. Caitlin Alexandra Germanis. Danielle Jade Greenaway. Uni Yungkong Han. Alexandra Marina Hansen. Kaya Ashley Hardgrave. Nadine Claire Hartley. Iona Kathleen Heyman. Ashley Corin Hyder. Sean Quinn Jamali. Nicholas Albert Lee. Ashley Huijing Pang. Vivian Vaisoth Saray. Deepika Nandini Sharma. Dakshani Silva Karnapathy. Chanel Amber Soothill, Massey Scholar. Sylvia Tiao Tan. Olivia Jean Thompson Booth. Kelsey Emma Voigt. Lucia Tians Wang. Jessie Zinyi Wang. Charlotte Sarah Hanson White. Olivia Marie Winders. Rachel Lorraine Winslow. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in veterinary science the candidate I am about to name. Yuen Nui Nui. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Veterinary Medicine the graduands I am about to name. Laura Helen Beasley, with distinction. Antonia Margaret Brown. Selena Mary Malcolm, with distinction. Veronica Pipe. Alanda Lois Rafferty. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Veterinary Studies the graduand I am about to name. Jean Shah, with distinction. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
Thank you, everybody. And it's now my great pleasure to invite Frank Gold to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Frank has spent the last 5 years dedicating herself to the Massey Veterinary Science program. She was awarded the Massey University Scholar Award in 2020. Since finishing, she has started her career in the Massey University Veterinary Teaching Hospital, working, learning and teaching as a rotating intern. She is truly a lifelong student with aspirations towards research and residency programs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm welcome to Frank Gold.
Thank you, and good afternoon, Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, staff, students, and all the proud friends and family members present today and those watching from home. I am so very proud and honored to speak on behalf of the graduating class this year. Of course, after the initial excitement, the dread of the task sunk in. I've been asked to represent you all, and I'm limited by my own experiences. But I do know one thing we all have in common. 2020 was a weird year. At the start, I remember there being this collective excitement. It was the beginning of the end of student life. Then it got very beginning of the end of everything. Carefully laid out plans for the year disintegrated, events canceled, campuses closed, and supermarkets became a battleground. Everyone here made this collective decision. Our education and persistence in academia was important. We didn't have to make that choice. We could have taken a year off, waited for everything to settle down, and then pick up where we left off. But that's not what we did. We kept moving forward, despite the constant feeling of flux, one Zoom lecture at a time. But I'll say this right now, it's a very strange experience trying to participate in an online class while you have one flatmate playing Fortnite and another one really figuring out gourmet cooking. I'm still not sure if it's okay to have a beer in those lectures. It was certainly not the university experience that we expected, but upon reflection, as students, we all had it really easy. All we had to do was open a laptop and click a link, and our educational experience was delivered to us. Pants became optional. If you could figure out how to angle your camera just right, you didn't even have to get out of bed. We are all so incredibly fortunate to have such dedicated educators. While we were all worried about whether we'd be able to finish a course and graduate, they made it happen. They rallied and they learned to deliver new content in a new format. As a vet student, we had individual rosters, which means that 120 of us had schedules that had to be rewritten over and over and over again. We were supposed to be in clinics, so new content and simulations had to be created for us. I am eternally grateful for all the hard work that everyone here did in order to simply keep going in a truly unprecedented time. We all really get to flex that we are the class of 2020. Thanks.
Tēnā koe, Frank. Thank you very much for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now on to the last of our official proceedings, and we will now proceed with the doctoral conferments.
Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or a professionally named doctorate, is a higher research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called doctor. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Christina Frances Butowski. Pet foods high in animal protein and fat with minimal dietary fibre are becoming increasingly popular. However, the impacts of feeding such diets is unknown. Ms. Butowski conducted a series of in vitro and in vivo studies to determine the effects of such diets in the domestic cat. Her research provides important insight into the impact of diet on the host microbiome interaction. Chancellor, Dr. Butowski. Lucy Wesley Coleman, Doctoral Scholar. Using beef bulls over dairy cows improves the rearing potential of the calves, but can create challenges on the dairy farm. Ms. Coleman examined the suitability of a range of Angus and Hereford bulls to use in dairy herds. Her results provide guidance on the use of high genetic merit beef breed bulls to mate dairy cows in order to generate a greater value calf with little impact on cow performance. Chancellor, Dr. Coleman. Douglas Drysdale, Doctoral Scholar. Farmers' self-efficacy beliefs influence farmers' adoption of complex new technologies. Mr Drysdale found that a farmer's belief in their ability to initiate change was reliant on past experiences, observations, and dialogue with farmers who had successfully made similar changes within their farm systems. The results confirmed that farmers' self-efficacy increased during their 18-month involvement in an innovative agricultural extension program. Chancellor, Dr Drysdale. Federico Nicholas Dudanovic. Mr Dudanovic's research provides valuable insight into the potential use of a tool for measuring nutrients in dairy pasture to more precisely meet the nutritional demand of cows in a milking herd. He found that the tool can therefore support competitiveness and sustainability of pasture-based dairy farming in New Zealand. Chancellor, Dr Dudanovic. Stuart John Galt Gordon. Mr Gordon collected the opinions of veterinary students, veterinarians and veterinary clients on which professionalism attributes are important for career success. From this, Mr Gordon developed a framework of veterinary professionalism that revolved around patient-centred care, relationship-centred care and self-care. This framework provides a guide to success for veterinarians in their practice of veterinary medicine. Chancellor, Dr Gordon. Marie Monique Nathalie Monet. Chancellor, Ms Monet is also a doctoral scholar. Cerebellum is an emerging cause of infectious disease leptospirosis in New Zealand and has been overlooked for decades. Dr Monet investigated wild invasive mammals as a source of infection for humans and livestock. She found that mice were the principal maintenance hosts and that rats and hedgehogs were secondary hosts. Chancellor, Dr Monet. Shirley Notkovich. As the physiology of the keratin plug is unclear, Shirley Notkovich developed a novel biopsy technique and characterised physiological functions of the teat canal in dairy cattle. Ms Notkovich found a reduced expression of genes related to immune response and multiplication of the teat canal during the early dry period, which could explain the higher incidence of mastitis. She also discovered details about the action mode of the current preventative methods that could reorient approaches to the development of new products for mastitis prevention. Chancellor, Dr Notkovich. Emma Jane Pettigrew. Lambs born to young dams are not commonly selected as replacements. However, there is potential to increase the rate of genetic gain and efficiency of the flock by doing so. Ms Pettigrew investigated the relative production from replacements born to young and older dams. Results suggested that although replacements born to young dams were lighter throughout their lifetime, the relative production was similar. Chancellor, Dr Pettigrew. Megan Rachel Scholtens, doctoral scholar. Ms Scholtens analysed the genetics and genomics of economically important traits in New Zealand dairy goats and developed a prototype single-step genomic prediction model. Her results will enable the New Zealand dairy goat industry to implement genomic selection, which will improve profits for farmers and deliver significant economic benefits to New Zealand. Chancellor, Dr. Schultens. Florentine Dominique van Noppen, doctoral scholar. The role of initiatives collectively driving transformative change has been studied in the sustainability transitions literature. However, how individual and small-scale initiatives navigate an agricultural sustainability transition has not been studied extensively. Ms. Van Noppen provided insights into how initiatives were shaped and revealed how forces associated with transition were experienced at the individual level. Chancellor, Dr. Van Noppen. Isabel May Velu, doctoral scholar. Body condition score is an important indicator of sheep performance, yet the current industry average is suboptimal. Mrs. Velu examined the effect of body condition score on sheep performance and the genetic parameters of body condition score. Her results provide valuable information on body condition score for use in sheep breeding to increase average body condition score and sheep performance. Chancellor, Dr. Velu. Chancellor, we will now proceed with the conferment of Doctor of Science. A higher doctorate degree, either a Doctor of Science or a Doctor of Literature, is a research degree in which a researcher's scholarly contributions and merit in a particular field are recognised. With greater standing than any other research degrees at masterate or doctoral levels, the Doctor of Science and Doctor of Literature are the highest doctoral qualifications conferred by Massey University in recognition of original research contributions of special excellence to knowledge. Candidates for higher doctoral degrees are graduates of Massey University or graduates of other universities who have a substantial, demonstrable and formal association with Massey. Researchers may be considered for the degree at least 10 years after graduation in their qualifying degree, and their work is rigorously examined by 3 international scholars who are recognised experts in their fields. The higher doctorate is awarded in recognition of a substantial and sustained contribution to knowledge beyond what is required for other doctoral degrees. We honour the research achievement of excellent researchers with a long-standing relationship with our university, whether as alumni or staff, and in doing so, celebrate their contributions with the awarding of the degree. Chancellor will present the Doctor of Science stoles, and Pro-Vice Chancellor, College of Sciences, Professor Ray Gore, will present the parchments. The Provost, Professor Giselle Burns, will present recipients with a ponamu. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Science the graduands I am about to name. Craig Brian Johnson. Animal pain is one of the most important considerations for animal welfare and can be problematic to measure. Over the past 30 years, Professor Johnson has developed and refined a way of identifying pain-related electrical responses in the brains of animals under a particular method of general anaesthesia. This has come to be called the minimal anaesthesia model. Professor Johnson's studies use this model have resulted in the publication of more than 70 research papers. He has evaluated new methods of pain relief for animals undergoing surgery improve the animal welfare at slaughter, and measured pain in species of animals that have been difficult to study using conventional methods. His work has contributed to changes in animal welfare regulations in New Zealand and other legislatures, including Australia, the UK, and the European Union. Chancellor, Dr. Johnson. John Stephen Monday. The manuscripts in the dissertation describe studies investigating the causes and biological behaviour of cancer in animals. These studies were the first to identify that viruses cause a subset of cancers in cats, dogs, and horses. Most of these viruses had not been previously detected prior to these studies. The research greatly expands our knowledge of how cancers develop and subsequently progress in animals, and allows opportunities for developing methods to prevent cancers in animals, as well as improving our current cancer treatments. Chancellor, Dr. Monday. You've got no clue. Yeah. Thank you, Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki Pure Huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons that Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Please be seated.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our formal proceedings, and can I say congratulations once more to our graduates. At the conclusion of our ceremony, guests, please, are requested to remain in your seats until the processions have assembled in Broadway Avenue. Please then join our procession to the square, where you can mix and mingle with your graduates, staff, family and friends who have all been part of your graduate's successful journey. I therefore declare this congregation to be adjourned. If I could ask you all to please stand and join with us in singing our national anthem.